today's Bhinneka meetings. My name is Dian and I'm body surgeon of at arms. Okay, please everyone, because before we start, let us watching this video.
You haven't shared yet.
Yeah, we cannot see it.
Okay.
Oh, we cannot see it. We cannot see.
Okay. Still. Okay. Wait a minute.
Unshare this one. Unshare.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Okay. Is it visible? Okay, thank you very much for watching. To continue our meeting, let us call our Vice President of Education, Marendra Dika. Please welcome.
Thank you very much, SA Dian. That was a wonderful video. And I believe by watching those videos, everyone, each of us, especially the one that coming to the Toastmaster for the first time, knows that Toastmaster is a wonderful place to learn leadership and public speaking. Now I would like to welcoming our new guests. Do we have new guests now? Apparently, we have very wonderful guests. There are two amazing special guests today. Number one is Alicia Curtis, the account of herself is always very wonderful tools to me. That as an accountant today also, I will be using her Excel magic sheet. Thank you, Alicia Curtis from the Australia. And also we have a Karen Lucas from Pasadena, United States of America, right? Okay. Pasadena is a very wonderful place. When I was a child, I always remember there was a city where the flowers carnival was happening. And that was the first time I recall the name and remember the name as always amazing. Now, for those that coming in Bhinneka I would like to let you really know that this is our club. This is the online meeting. Maybe the first time in Southeast Asia, I don't know, well, at least in Indonesia. Well, this place, we have a Toastmaster Club missions, as you have heard. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communications and leadership skill resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Yes, of course, in every Toastmaster, you will find these club missions, and that's why we are happy being a member in a Toastmasters family. No. Number two, Toastmaster core values is integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And now, this is one of the most exciting spots in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters because we have Bhinneka Online Club values. It is as easy as ABC stands for. A is appreciate our club members. B is build each other up. And C, celebrate our successes. Well, those are the three Bhinneka Online, which is maybe so unique. The good news is that this is so open and online club, so everyone on earth or maybe multi-universes can join. So if you have friends around the globe or another multiverses, you can invite and by giving the links. So maybe we will find more Robin Chen in another multi-universes. Okay, now I would like to check whether we have a guest. Apparently, we have Adelia Dianti Ika Putri with speaker number 1. It is a guest, honorable guest. Thank you. And also we have Andrea Maura. How can I forget? We have Andrea Maura, a Bahasa Indonesia teacher. We teach you Bahasa. I believe that he's speaking of Bahasa very well. Now, I would like to give the contract. Wait a minute. The theme of today is the tragedy of Soggy Cabbage. I believe the theme and the word of the day is Soggy will be explained more by our beloved grammarian. I would like to give the control to our Tom. Tom, I think my acting president is quite not bad. So I have to give the control to you, my honorable and lovely, handsome, funny, and smart Tom, Robin Chen.
Woo! Thank you very much, Toastmaster Maharendra Dika. Hi everyone, my name is Robin Chan. I'm from Mauritius, and today I will be your Tom, what you call Tom in Bhinneka, so which is Toastmaster of the meeting. And in other words, for those who don't know what it means like I'm the MC of today. And today we have a very special theme, where like what our VP just introduced is the tragedy of Soggy Cabbage. What does that mean? Well, it's basically from, if you know a cabbage itself, right? So have you ever seen it soggy? How does it become soggy? Because you just leave it there and then it becomes like very, very all the wrinkles come out. So this is the theme of today, and the word of the day is soggy. So we will have the grammarian who will introduce the word of the day and explain what it means. All right, and now let's move on to the meeting. So the meeting is in 3 parts. The first is prepared speeches, second part is the table topics, and the third part, the last part of the meeting, is the evaluation segment, where we learn and improve based on the feedback received. And now I would like to introduce my dear friend here, all the way from Australia, who will be introducing a great team with us today on the team of the evaluation team. So let's welcome DTM Alicia Curtis, all the way from Australia, from Standard Bearers Toastmasters Club. Yay!
Yay! Thank you very much for that, Robin. It has been such a long time since I've seen you and a few of the members here at Bhinneka Toastmasters Club, and we might want to have an explanation because Karen is asking a little bit about the history of this lovely club. Just for her heads up, this club is remote for all the remote members all around from the islands around Indonesia, around the archipelago of Indonesia. So we do thank all the members who are able to come remotely on this online meeting only. My role is the general evaluator tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you may be in the world, because I know it's afternoon for Robin, it's morning for Karen, and it's evening for us in Indonesia and Australia. it's my role to provide an overall evaluation and to introduce my tag team or my functionary role team. Tonight, I'll start with my R counter, the man who loves to copy me and loves to be my little shadow here at the Bhinneka Toastmasters online club, Mahendra, I will say this right, Marendra Drika. Did I say it right, sir? Okay, I'm just going to call you Marin because that will just give you a bit of an Aussiness to your name. Call you Marin, mate. Please welcome my little shadow here at Bhinneka Toastmasters, Marin. Mazza. That's what I'm going to call you, Mazza.
Thank you, Alicia. So everyone, during my journey in Toastmasters in 2007, I have found this is one of the best counter sheet that you can see now. Have you seen it?
Yes,
The sheet
we
that-
can.
Yes.
Yep.
It consists of lexical and lexical. Basically, I already write down the names and role takers that you have in this meeting, special to the meeting. I'll be using these sheets to let you know that you already use kind of lexicals or lexicals in your English usage. Well, for example, if you tend to use so, even though it's actually without the word so, your sentence is already good, but you keep using it because you keep on using it. So I count it. And if we are talking about non-lexical, if you are speaking something and then in the middle of it, you think kind of thing, and then you suddenly say, which is not a word, so I will count it as non-lexicals. Mostly I will count like more than 150 each meeting. So I will be expecting, because we have no two expatriates, which is native language of English, the number will be decreasing. And by now we have less of newcomers or new guests. I believe the record will be broken and we have really, really small numbers in both lexical and non-lexicals. I'll give the report when the GE asks me by kind of at the end of the meeting. So each of you, the role takers or the participant of this meeting, will understand about a counter and what the results of each of you. I think it's all, and I give the control to the creator of this wonderful, amazing, super seed Toastmaster DTM, Alicia Curtis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mazza. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Give me a high five, man. It's been such a long time. Yeah, man. Excellent. All right. Our grammarian role tonight is going to be completed by, I'm just having a look. Rena, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Are you able to turn your screen on, just because one of our members here tonight is hearing impaired, so it does require the screen to be on when reading the screen, if that's possible.
Yes, but I need because of the internet connection here is not very good. If you don't mind to switch off the video so that I can switch on my camera.
Oh, okay, not a problem.
Everyone, please turn off video so then I can turn on the video.
All right, so we all turn our videos off, guys. Mazza, Adelia, Diane, Seni, and Yenny.
And turn off your video.
Could we all?
All right. Okay, and gentlemen and guests, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to.
Still cannot see you though.
Rena, are you able to turn your screen on? You there, Rena?
Rina is in the Philippines right now and in a
Okay.
remote part of Philippines.
Okay, not a problem. Rena, are you there? Okay, Rena has disappeared, so we can all turn our screens back on, and when she comes back in from the remote part of the Philippines, oh, there she is. Hang on. Can we, there you are. All right, I'll turn my screen off. Okay, beautiful. And you've got to turn your, you've got to unmute yourself, my dear. Rena, you're on mute.
Mike.
Okay, sorry. The word is soggy, and which means wet and soft, or dull and lifeless. The example of the use of the words in a language is, for example, the sandbag was soggy and split open, or the chorus sing powerfully, but the interpretation is ultimately soggy. Its speaker is encouraged to use the words of the day. I will give the grammarian usage, grammatical usage report and words of the day reports when called upon during the evaluation session. Back to you, GE, Alicia.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Rena, who is located somewhere remotely in the Philippines. Now we can turn all our screens on because I do want to see a lovely audience. We all want to see a beautiful audience and beautiful faces. Our timer is Seni Charani. Seni, if you could please introduce your role. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam GE. Hello, everyone. Today I'm your timer. Okay, so my time signals for our prepared speaker is green at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. And for table topics like usual, green at 1, yellow at 1:30, and red at 2 minutes. Yeah, and for our two evaluators from Magical Bali and from American Toastmaster. So your time signal evaluators, green at 2, yellow at 2:30, and red at 3. Okay, good luck for all of the speakers, and don't you worry, yeah, I will use the raise hand, so I will always be on your screen. That's all. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I will report my time report at the end of every session. Thank you. Back to you, Madam
Thanks.
GE.
Thank you very much, Seni. And our ballot counter tonight is going to be Diane Fifi. Diane, if you could please introduce your role. If Diane is there.
Okay.
There she is. Hi.
Hi, hello, my name is Dian and I will collect and count ballot counters, and the audience votes the best prepared speech, a table topic, and evaluator. And by the end of the meeting, I will present and announce all the winners. Thank you. Back to the GE.
Thank you very much. And I'll call you Diane, not Diane. Sorry, that's the Aussie in me. All right. Thank you so much to our R counter, our grammarian timer, and of course our ballot counter, who is also acting as the Zoom host tonight, who will spotlight our speakers, our evaluators, our table topic speakers, and of course, most importantly, the handsome Robin, who is our Toastmaster of the meeting. Hopefully it's a soggy meeting and we have a lot of fun here tonight. Thank you very much. This is Bat Chick or Bat Sheila, handing back to Robin.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. All right, so now we will start our meeting where we have, like I said, the first part of the meeting is prepared speeches. And tonight, for those who are like it's nighttime on your side, we have two speakers. So the first speaker will be Adelia, all the way from Malang Toastmasters Club. And the second speaker of today will be DTM Natalie. And now let's start let me introduce to you each speaker and their projects and what are they going to deliver today. What kind of speech they were going to deliver. First up, let's start with Adelia, all the way from Malang Toastmasters Club. So the speech title is Sharing is Not Caring, and she will be delivering her speech from the path of, let me see that on my side, from Presentation Mastery, Level 3, Project 1 on Persuasive Speech. The title is Sharing is Not Caring, and the time is 5 to 7 minutes. And we have the honor to have her evaluator, her speech evaluator, all the way from Zumba, and Andre Mori. Am I pronouncing correctly? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's welcome our speaker of today, Adelia, for the speech title of Sharing is Not Caring. Sharing is Not Caring. Adelia, over to you.
Before I start, I just want to, I'm gonna use different device for audio if it's okay. Okay. It was a peaceful morning in 2012. I was in my room watching the TV when I heard a loud noise from the living room. I got up and peeked through the door and saw my 5-year-old sister, Kira, was crying, and she was pulling on my mom's leg, following around the living room, and she's whining about my baby brother who was apparently taking over her doll. Hey, you have to share with your brother, okay? Just go find another toy, Kira. It's not a big deal. Come on, said Mom, which only made Kira cry even more. Now, to some of you, this may sound very familiar. We, especially as a nation, go through this oftentimes. For example, we have parents telling their children to share with others because, hey, children need to learn some empathy and generosity, right? Well, to me, speaking as the oldest sibling, I felt differently in that not so peaceful morning. I know how Kira felt in that morning because I've been in her shoes my entire life. How often did this occur to me, everyone? For example, I was eating my ice cream, right? And then my brother decided that he wanted that exact same ice cream in that exact time. So my mom stepped in and told me that I have to give it to him just because I am the big sister. Can you imagine at that point? I was just enjoying my favorite cone of ice cream and then just having it taken away from me just like that. If it would happen to you, what would you have felt? Would you feel the same way? Yes, I felt what Kira felt. Instead of feeling empathetic towards my baby brother, I felt angry and resentful. And all I had in my mind was, so what about me? Toastmasters and guests. People said that sharing is caring. I have to tell you this, as much as I hate to tell you about this, but this kind of sharing is not caring. You see, parents were sharing because they wanted their children to be what? Empathetic, generous, or maybe a helpful member of the community. But do you think that my mom's action did anything good for us? What do you think we felt? What do you think you would feel? From moments like this, my mom somehow taught me that my needs and wants don't matter. That maybe I am less important than my brother. On the other hand, my brother could also learn that, oh, he doesn't need to wait. He doesn't need to be patient. And that whenever he sees something that he likes or he wants, he can have it immediately. This, everyone, of course, are not what my mom was trying to achieve in the first place. While parents hope that this is teaching empathy, it is likely sending different messages. Now, do you want to know the solution to this? Let me tell you how it should be done. Number one, instead of saying you have to share, we can say this to Kira. Hey, Kira, it looks like your brother wants to play with your doll. And I see that you're playing with them right now. It's okay. we can let him have it when you're all done. This way, we show Kira that we respect her needs and wants, that she is important. Another thing that we can say to Kira is, what do you think we can give to your brother while he waits? Or, hey, I see that you're done playing with your doll. Go pass it to your brother. Remember, he's waiting for a turn. This is a very good way to make her realize that other people is waiting. We help her notice other people's feelings, which is apparently the main key to willful sharing. Number 2, we can say this to my baby brother. Hey, buddy, you know I see that you want to play with that doll. Your sister is still playing with it. Yeah, I know. It's hard to wait. I get it. Let's find something else to do while you wait. Shall we? This is giving him validation that we understand how frustrating it is to wait, that it is indeed very, very hard to be patient. We help him to regulate his negative emotion. And guess what? Children who are better at regulating their negative emotions tend to show bigger empathetic concern for others. Number 3, which is the last one, instead of telling Kira that she needs to pass the doll to my brother, we can encourage her and my baby brother. We can encourage them to play together. And this is actually a good idea because by doing that, Kira, she won't feel disrespected. And my baby brother will feel happy. And if done correctly, this third solution, it can be, it can bring even like bigger impact for their mental development. Imagine teamwork and togetherness. All of this will be very, very beneficial for their future life. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you agree that it is never, never okay to take something away from someone just because someone else might want you to? And have I made it clear to you all that doing so will not give you the expected outcome? It's rather the opposite. Believe me, children will learn empathy when there is no resentment inside their heart. So, lovely people, will you still tell kids to share? Back to Tom.
Wow, that was a great speech. Thank you very much for sharing. And now let's move on to our second speaker of today, who is none other than our past president, DTM Natalie Chayadi, who will be delivering her speech from the path of strategic relationship from the project of level 1, project 3, on a new path, the new level 1, which is introduction to vocal variety and body language. And the title is Stretch More. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. And we have the privilege to have the evaluator all the way from the US of A, DTM Karen Lucas from Caltech Toastmasters Club. And let's welcome our speaker for today. But before that, let me introduce what this project is all about. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. All right, so let's welcome our speaker of today, Toastmaster DTM Natalie Chayadi, for the speech title of Stretch More. Stretch More, DTM Natalie Chayadi, over to you.
Yes, Natalie, you're doing great. Just push a little bit more. Yes, push. It's push it a little bit more. The position is already correct. You can do it, Natalie. You're doing great. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that was a scene from a hospital room when I deliver a baby, you are so wrong. That was just me doing yoga. Now, I come from Bali, Indonesia. And if you guys think all people in Bali can do yoga, we can't. At least I couldn't. Ever since I was small, I have lived with this inflexible and stiff body. Whenever I had PE class, I always felt like I was about to vomit and I wanted to run away. I remember one time during my gym class, you know that vaulting block? When I wanted to jump over the vaulting block, it's supposed to look like Bruce Lee, but I look like a flying frog that landed on its face. It's amazing how I can keep my teeth intact. So as I grew older, my body got stiffer and stiffer. Add a recipe for disaster, lack of exercise. I reap the fruit of my negligence, back and shoulder pain, and bad posture. I have been living with this body for a long time, so I didn't feel anything wrong with my body until I met my friend Lucy, who's coincidentally my church friend as well. Hey, Nat, it's been a long time since we last met. You look bad. Thanks, Lucy. Yeah, what's wrong with you? You look soggy and slouching. What happened? Yeah, Lucy, you know, I had this pain, the back and then the shoulder, and yeah, I just don't feel well. Nat, you know I'm a yoga instructor, right? I think I can fix your problem. Come join me in my yoga class. So long story short, one afternoon, I decided to give it a go. I joined Lucy's yoga class. She was very encouraging, very positive, and she made me comfortable, which for me is a big plus. On my first class, after all the twisting and bending and balancing, I felt my body was screaming. You say this is gentle yoga, but there's nothing gentle that I felt right now. And I thought, oh, gosh, this is impossible. I'm never gonna be flexible. I wanted to give up, but Lucy said, Natalie, you can do it. Just stretch a little bit more. So I stretched a little bit more and persevered. On my second class, after all the twisting and bending and chest opening, oh, the struggle was real. I wanted to give up, but then Lucy said, Natalie, you're doing great. Stretch a little bit more and you can do it. So I stretched a little bit more and persevered. On my third class, after all the twisting and bending and hip opener, oh my gosh, it's like delivering a baby, but no baby come out, just wet. It's so impossible. I'm never gonna be flexible. I wanted to give up, but then Lucy said, Natalie, you can do it. Just stretch a little bit more. So I stretched a little bit more and persevered. Now, the same thing happened on my fourth class, fifth class, and ongoing classes. Slowly, interestingly, the pain that I felt in the beginning started to turn into pleasure. Then I thought, am I a masochist? But after 6 months, I finally realized that there's something really good happening in my body. My posture got better. My back pain is gone. And then physically, I felt fitter than ever. And then I realized every time I stretch a little bit more, even though I couldn't see it, a change is happening within me. And fast forward to 2020, the pandemic time, all of us has been stretched in so many different directions, financially, personally, physically. All of us have all our challenges. And for me personally, it was such a tough year. I almost need to lay off my staff. I run my business for about 2 years in red. And there's just so many different personal pressure that I felt that really stretched me into a different direction. But then I remember the lesson I learned in the yoga class. When I stretched a little bit more, a change started happening within me. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do my best one step at a time. And then it's going to be better right at the end. So whatever it is that you have right now on your plate, the challenges that you encounter in your life, remember, stretch just a little bit more. And you will find out that there will be some little but amazing changes that's going to happen in your life. When I first started yoga, I couldn't I couldn't bend and touch my toes. And now, after 2 years of doing yoga, I still can't. But hey, the key is little things over the time amounts to bigger result. So whatever challenges or struggles that you have in your life, just remember to stretch more. Back to you.
Wow, wow, wow. Don't forget to stretch more. I'm not going to stretch right now. I'm not going to show you any yoga pose, not like last year. All right, Alicia. Thank you very much for sharing this speech today. And before we move on to our next segment of our meeting, let's have our timers report by Toastmaster Seni.
Yep. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my time report for the first speaker, 7.25, and the second, the TM Natalie, is 7.15. So both of you are eligible to be voted to be the best one. Congratulations, and back to you, Mr. Tom.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing us the time report. And now moving on to our next segment. Oh no, let's wait. Let's have a group picture first because we want to remember that day. Before we have a group picture, I would like to welcome two guests who just joined us in between the meeting. So let's welcome our guest Nuryanti C. Lely. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters. And we have another guest who is Arika. I thought I was Japanese. Are you Japanese by any chance? You are? Okay. Let's talk.
Medanese.
Okay, let's Medanese, not Japanese. All right. Okay, let's talk later on. And now let's have a group picture. Who is going to take the group picture? Is that
Usually Natalie
time?
and I will do it because
Yeah, sure, I can do it. Okay, everyone.
All right.
With your best.
Yeah, Vivi, turn on camera.
Oh, yeah, turn on camera. Best smile, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more. And then the second pose, because our today's theme is the tragedy of soggy cabbage. So imagine if you are the soggy cabbage. So the soggy cabbage pose. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. And now let's move on to our next segment, which is the table topic segment. And now let me introduce to you our table topic master. So our table topic master is DTM Pipit Andrani. So let's welcome Pipit to the floor and let's have some fun. Over to you.
You. I don't know whether we will have some fun because I will bring a lot of bad news. So maybe people are wondering why the theme is the tragedy of soggy cabbage. It's actually because September is the month of international awareness of food waste and food loss. Food waste and food loss. Okay, I keep forgetting to say food because food is legs. Food is food. Okay, so there's September is the International Day, a month, awareness about food loss and food waste, because all over the world there's a lot of food that is wasted every year. So if you imagine in the back of your fridge somewhere, there is bread with a little bit of fungus in it, and then you saw, oh no, I forgot that I had this bread, and then you decided to discard it. Or you buy maybe 3 liters of milk, and then without even realizing it, they already expired before you finish all of them. Or you forgot you bought a cabbage or lettuce or something, and then it's been 3 weeks in your fridge and you didn't even touch them. Why did you even buy them in the first place? You forgot, something like that, right? So yes, except for kimchi, which is, on purpose, people keep it for a whole year, like wine or something, right? But this is totally something that is not on purpose. So this is the reason why our theme is about the tragedy of soggy cabbage. All right, so before I explain, not explain. Before we start the session, I would like to explain to everyone that this session is open to everyone who comes here. It doesn't have to be a Toastmaster member. So if you're interested, write your name in the chat box. I'll try my best to accommodate your request to speak in this session, okay? And then if you do have a chance, you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute is the green light. You see that means that's 1, you're safe, you're okay to stop. But if you still want to continue, it's also okay. And it's yellow, 1 minute 30 seconds means you're about to be you're about to be warned you need to stop. And that's when the red light comes in. It's at second minute, and you still have 30 seconds to wrap up. Okay, so 1 to 2 minutes. All right, so to start this meeting, to start this session, I would like to call Arika. She was a Toastmaster member before, and then she's interested to be our new member, guys. So no pressure, but it is a pressure. She told me she will register to Bhinneka. You ready, Arika?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm ready.
All right. Sorry, it's a little. Oh, sorry, it's a bit long. Yeah. Also full of information. Around the world, roughly 1 food produced for human consumption is lost or wasted from farm to table, amounting to around 1.3 billion tons per year. Arika, what do you think causes this? What do you think causes this, Arika?
Would you please still share about this information before, because cannot see. Okay. What I think of these causes is because maybe the people doesn't really like to eat the cabbage like that, and then I think maybe not all the people love to consuming the food of cabbage that already shown by the picture. And for me, actually, I don't really like eating cabbage. Maybe it's because not all the people like to consume it. So it's it's the effect of it, and it's because like people don't like to eating it. That's why like there are a lot of tons of cabbage, like there are a lot of food that lost and waste. So maybe that's it for my opinion. Thank you.
Is it green yet? Not yet. Continue, Arika.
Oh
Have you,
yeah, yeah.
Arika, have you ever wasted food before?
Yeah, I ever waste the food that I don't like actually. Maybe because when I order something when I order food at the restaurant, maybe like from the picture the food looks so delicious, but when the food comes to me when I eat and it's not delicious, of course, like, oh my god, it's waste. I know that it's not good, but how can if I consume it and then I eat it, the food is not delicious, so I cannot force myself to eat, so I ever waste the food.
Is it? Okay, thank you. Wow, Arika is actually blaming the chefs for she's okay. Sometimes it is their fault, yeah. Actually, in one of the most expensive restaurants I've been, I did not finish the food because it felt like a chore that time to me. I couldn't handle it. So I shared the sentiment. And one time I went to McDonald's, the table next to me ate, what is it called? Ordered big hamburger, only ate the meat and then left the rest on the table and then just left. Like, this person, such a waste of food, right? But I felt embarrassing if I snatched the leftover hamburgers from the next table. So I didn't do anything. All right, so thank you, Arika. Now, who wants to go next? Anyone? Oh, Yeni yet. Yeni doesn't have a role today, right? You want to take the next spot, Yeni?
Okay, I try my best.
Yes. Try your best is what we need. Okay. 100 kilograms food waste per person. Food wasted per person at home each year. 108 kilogram food wasted per person at home each year. Are you a kind of person who wastes food too, even though not on purpose? Are you a kind of person who wastes food too, even though not on purpose?
Yeah, sometimes when I go to the market, right, sometimes I need to buy carrot or corn to cook soup, right? So prepare, and then I buy it and then I put it in the fridge. After that time, maybe 3 days or 4 days, I'm very busy, and then I not even open the fridge, and I forget that I bought the carrot and the soup and the corn for make it soup. And then after 4 or 5 days, and then, oh my god, I have bought this one, but I didn't cook it, so this is so wasted. Sometimes the corn, maybe not 4 days, maybe more than 4 days. That's why the corn will be that one. Cannot consume it anymore, cannot cook it anymore. That was something, oh my god, so sad. This one actually can cook for us, for dinner, for lunch, but sometimes feel bad because we don't think about it and just, oh, I don't have any other food, I don't have vegetables in the fridge. Oh, okay, just order. And then I don't realize that I have bought carrot or cabbage or spinach in the fridge. That's it. Sometimes I feel so bad. Okay, that's it.
Sometimes we tend to forget what we have bought, right? Pretty much, I bought this thing 6 months ago, but actually it was just last week. I remember it was 6 months ago I bought this broccoli, then oh no, it was actually last week. Then you buy it again, yeah. Whew, I think it's everyone's story right now. All right, so let's go with the next person who doesn't have no Nurlianti. Oh yeah, Alicia, I'll give you the hardest question. So please get ready later. Nurlianti, do you want to take a chance? Our guest, Nurlianti, Lely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how about Dian Fifi? You want to try Dian Fifi?
Okay. Okay.
All right, please turn on your cam because you look like Natalie when you turn off your cam.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. People buy too much food, supposedly for cooking, store them in the fridge, and then forget about them. So around 17.7% of the food we buy gets thrown away. Are you that kind of person too? Do you usually forget what you keep in the fridge? Dian Titi. Do you usually forget what you keep in the fridge?
Yes, I am a kind of a person. Okay, but I don't buy too much food. And as a woman, when we go to the market and we see a green vegetable, tomato, and we imagine, oh, I can make salad. After this, I have a breakfast with salad. And then when I see fish, oh, after this, I want to make a steam with this fish, with the fish. And when I see crab, I imagine, oh, I can make a nice meal with the crab. So especially me, when I go to the market and I see everything, seems like I want to buy and I imagine delicious food and interesting food to make. Then I bought. Then I put in the fridge. Then when the times, because as a mother and also I work, so I forget. And then, oh, yes, let us make this. Okay, let us buy again. Then my husband remind me, hey, you have that, right? Why you buy again? So that's why I also a kind of person like that, and I waste food and money. But now I try to make just buy only the important vegetables and also fish and meat. So that's, yes, I'm a kind of person like that. And now I'm trying to buy less food. Back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Dian TV. Now, actually, Dian TV, there's good news for us. There are several companies trying to develop smart fridges. So the fridges will tell you what is about to expire that you need to cook right away. Okay, you bought this 10 days ago, you need to cook it soon. Or if even something ran out, our fridges will tell us. So I hope this technology will be affordable for all of us soon, so we will decrease our food waste. Yeah. Okay. Or change our attitude towards food. Right. So next one, I still have how many questions? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll keep the last question for Alice. So do we have 3 other people who would like to try? I saw Intan earlier. Is she still here? No, right? All right. Okay. Rendra, do you want to try?
Okay, let's give it a try. But I cannot.
Let's give it a.
Myself.
It's okay. I will count it in my heart. Okay, Rendra. 1 in 6 meals wasted in hospitality and catering. People usually order too much for their events. What could be the solution to this problem? People usually order too much for their events, too much food from the catering. What could be the solution to this problem? Barendradika.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever tried to eat a piece small of sushi, a Japanese food? Raise your hand, please. See? Everyone, I think all of us have tried a piece of food. It is called sushi. It is small. I think Japanese already find a solutions. To be honest to you, I got hospitalized several times, of course, in the hospitals. And what I dream, what my imaginations about the taste of the food apparently exactly is not the same as what is served in front of me. Of course, the size of the food is quite big because it's already counted the nutritions, the vitamins, everything by the nutritions engineers or some kind about. But then once I try it, the taste is apparently so bad. So I cannot finish it. Now, can you imagine if all of those combine the techniques of sushi? For example, a thumb size of kind of sushi has, for example, 100 calories, everything, vitamins, ingredient is there. The information of the vitamins, of the nutrition is there. So we can try for at least 2 or 3. If we feels that the taste is, well, it is very delicious to myself, it is no longer a waste. So that's why the Japanese inventions of sushi inspires. Small size might save worlds to reduce waste foods, especially in the office, hospital, that the taste is not that gentle, the taste is not that strong. Might people just waste it, just eat maybe a half or third, and then left as a waste for the rest of the parts. I think that's all. Sushi size. Thank you. Give the control back to Table Topic Master.
Juicy size. That's amazing. Actually, that's a good idea. China use chopsticks, right, to eat. Chinese people or East Asian culture, and I think that's a great idea too because we have like small, bites each time. But what Rendra told us reminds me of a comedy from UK called Little Britain. Anyone know Little Britain? Yes, Little Britain. There was a joke about it. Guys, this cookies is only half calorie, so you can eat 2 of them. Because only half calorie, now we have 2 packages of them. Basically, it's the same thing. Although it's small, but the calorie is high, then. All right. So let's go with the next one. Seni, do you want to be the next speaker? I can be your timer. Yes?
Okay.
All right. Let's try this. Next, more people die from overeating than from starvation these days. What do you think of this new fact? More people now die from overeating than from starvation these days. What do you think of this new fact? Seni.
Yeah, what a good question and recently related question. Many years ago, I heard a news around the neighbors and then passed to my mom. A man aged 30 plus died in Malaysia because of ate seafood combined with a beer. Ta-da-dang. Oh gosh, this man became the headline news in Medan. And that time, my mom told my brother, now you see, you have to be careful of what food that you eat. Okay, and that was taught us something, right? Don't just pleasure our tongue, but we have to be mindful of what we eat. And just last week, it happened again. A man, dang, a Medanese man went to Genting, Malaysia, had a lobster, and then ate a Musang King durian. He died suddenly at that moment. Oh my gosh. He was just so young. I think he was around 30 or 40 plus. Man, a husband, he had kids, and It was in Medan headline news again. Oh my God. Recently, in big cities, there is a wrong culture. It's a wrong food culture again. So please be mindful of what you're eating, because it can be a boomerang for your health. Thank you. Back to Madam Topic Master.
Thank you. Okay, so it's also funny because in the past, in the prehistoric era, the hunter and gatherers time, humans consume meat to ward off diseases, basically. It helped them with immunity. Yeah. So what do you call that? Like immune system. But now the red meat that we know, it actually works the opposite from what happened in the prehistoric time. So that's also what changes. The facts changes. Used to be to help us stronger and prevent diseases. Now actually red meat causes a lot of disease. But I still love steak. I love steak. The other day I ate 500 grams of steak. 500 grams of steak, that's half kilogram. Yeah. All right, so let's go to, let me turn off my time. Still have 2 more questions. So wait, how do I turn off my time? All right, so next question will be Lilian. Are you available for this part? Lilian Leong.
Hi.
Yes, are you a Toastmaster member, Lilian?
No, I'm just a guest. Yeah, I contacted Robin, and
Nice.
and then he said, I can join as a guest, because I just wanted to have a look what it was, but I made the mistake of thinking that it starts at 8, so I thought I was early. I'm so sorry
No
for coming
problem.
in late.
Do you want to take a chance to speak for 1 to 2 minutes?
Can I
Give
pass
question.
if you don't mind?
You pass?
Yeah,
Okay,
may I
no
pass?
problem.
If
Yes.
you don't mind. Yeah, for
Please
this
come
time.
again next time. Yeah, please come again next time. So we
Thank
will-
you so much.
All right. So now, Andre. Thank you, Lilian. Andre, do you want to try?
I'm the TTE.
Yes.
I'm the TTE, table topics
Oh, you're the
evaluator.
TT. I thought you were
Yes.
the evaluator.
I'm
You're
playing double role.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. Karen, do you want to try?
Yeah.
Karen Lucas, do you want to try?
Sure, I'll try. Question.
Are you related to George Lucas?
We have an Uncle George, not that Uncle George.
Oh man, I was about to order that lightsaber I've been wanting for years. All right. May the force be with you. Now the next question is the fridge. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, oof. Sorry, ignore the previous one. The fridge is supposed to help us preserve food, but in contrast, it now makes us waste food. How do we stop this trend? The fridge is supposed to help us preserve food, but in contrast, it now makes us waste food. How do we stop this trend, Karen?
Madam Table Topics Master, that is a fabulous thought. The idea that the refrigerator is to blame for us wasting food. That is very interesting. I grew up bicoastally in California and in Concord, New Hampshire with my maternal family, where we were generations of farmers. So I learned how to farm and how to deal with food. And in my family, we have something that is akin to approved marriages. And my husband was very surprised that in order to be approved, you must understand whether you're male or female, how to feed oneself, how to prepare food, and how not to waste food. Now, this is easy in our household now because we have an 11 and a 13-year-old who will not let anything go to waste, to get soggy. They eat every 20 minutes. It's incredible. But one of the challenges is FIFO, first in, first out. When we go to the market and we get all of these wonderful vegetables and fruits, we will put them where they need to be in the refrigerator. We have a special order and everything. But the boy, the 13-year-old boy, will come out hangry, which is hungry and angry that he's hungry because it's been 20 whole minutes. And he starts digging, and it looks like there's been a very large earthquake in our refrigerator after all the neat organization. So the only time anything ever gets wasted in our household because of the refrigerator is because of my son's lack of organization, and his meal that he was trying to create that he might have a little leftover for somehow made it to the very back of the very cold box. It is incredibly rare for us to ever waste food, but we also don't eat canned foods, and we don't use a microwave. We don't even own a microwave because it's not real food as far as we're concerned. It's all about your perspective and how your relationship with food enriches and enhances your life. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Wow, amazing, yeah. Actually, Karen lives in America, but I think her lifestyle beats most Indonesians here, because Indonesian is, is known to be natural in that kind of way. But is it happen to be a homestead or something, Karen? Was it a homestead situation?
Yes, we had a very polyculture farm, so animals as well as if I wanted chicken, I had to kill it. Back east. Lots of different vegetables and everything. It was an interesting upbringing. If you ever need somebody to milk a cow, I'm your girl.
Milkmaid, the actual milkmaid, not
actual
milkmaid. Yeah, actually, I watched in a documentary. People preserve food in jars, yeah, and they call them freedom. They call them freedom, which is I was inspired also by that kind of lifestyle. Right, nice to hear from Karen. Now let's go to the most difficult question. So it's time for Alicia's turn.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Now, food actually waste our resources as well in terms of natural resources. For example, coffee. So, knowing how expensive your coffee is for the planet, do you still want to consume it? Because your morning cup of coffee actually contains 140 liters of water. That's called embedded water needed to grow coffee. So knowing that your coffee is expensive for the planet, do you still want to consume it? Alicia?
I can tell you that I think coffee tastes like absolute crap. There you go. It's absolute crap. It tastes like dirty dishwater, filthy, dirty, yuck, yuck, yuck. It is the most disgusting thing on the planet. So as far as I'm concerned, this question is great because I don't drink that crap. I absolutely do not drink it. As far as I'm concerned, the best thing that I can drink is Coke, and I can drink that anywhere on the planet where I am as a fine diner of American food, because American has fine dining, ladies and gentlemen, and there it is up the back, Coca-Cola. It doesn't have dirty dishwater. It's sugar, it's carbohydrate or whatever it is, carbonated, and it's black as well, like coffee, dirty, black, dirty dishwater. And it goes really well with a hamburger, fries, even my favorite, which is, of course, you've already seen it, the pizza. That's what I love to eat. So that's the thing I think is far superior to, of course, the coffee, because I think, who here actually likes coffee? Put your hand up if you're willing to put it. Okay, yeah, I know Karen is, because Karen lives by coffee, and Mazza does too. Natalie, we both hate coffee. I know you don't really like coffee. Yeah, you like me. Hate coffee as well. So as far as I'm concerned, just pour the dirty dishwater crap down the sink. We don't need to worry about it. All we need to do is go and be a fine diner of American food. Of course, drink a burger or eat a burger, drink that Coke, kill that chook that Karen was talking about, put it into the KFC bucket, and we're all good. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Actually, one question for Alice, but okay, I assume she likes coffee. All right. So I actually don't like coffee. For people who don't like coffee, we are heroes, guys. We are heroes by foregoing coffee. Okay, we do not want to waste water to grow coffee. Right. But yeah, if you happen to like coffee, just be more conscious about, okay, I don't want to waste this. So take a strong one and then that's it for the rest of the day. One cup, that's it for the rest of the day. All right, so that is it. We have enough questions for everyone, I guess. And then I would like to give time for our timer to report on time. Oh, she does. Do you want
Yes.
to mention Sandy?
Yeah. So this is the time report for all of the table topic speakers. And congratulations, all of the speakers are eligible to be voted as the best one. Okay, thank you. Back to you, TTM.
Yes, then I will go back to Tom, Robin.
Thank you very much. And for those who do not like coffee, shame on you. Shame on you. All right, so now it's time. We just finished our second segment. We just finished our second segment, which is the table topics. And now we'll move on to the third part and the last part of our segment today, which is the evaluation part. And now I'll leave the floor to the one and only distinguished Toastmaster, Alicia Curtis. Over to you.
Yes,
And
Robert.
don't show us McDonald's.
Well, I've got McDonald's up there, and as punishment, because you absolutely love coffee, I might get you to do the eagle pose like you had to do last year in front of everyone, or the downward dog pose. I think we all remember that lovely meeting where we all had to do yoga, and I just sat there and laughed at everyone. It was such a wonderful meeting when we did that. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my role as the general evaluator is to provide an overall evaluation of this meeting. And first, I'm going to introduce our speech evaluators. We had two speakers tonight because I think one was traveling or something had happened. So our first evaluator, Andre. I haven't seen Andre in such a long time, from Magical Bali. Hello, Andre, and also trainers and coaches online, my fellow club member from there. All right, please welcome Andre More.
Thank you very much, GE Alicia Curtis. I really love Adelia's speech, not only because it's persuasive, but also because it has taught me that sharing is not always caring. There were many things that I really liked about your speech, Adelia, but I just like to focus on three things. The first one was your facial expressions and your body movement, which were on point, that definitely made your speech very engaging. The second was the structure of your speech that had good opening with your teenage life, and then you brought the characters of your beloved sisters and brothers and your mom. And it was also very, very engaging. And the third one, I had to admit that your speech was not soggy at all. Instead, it was very appealing to our emotion and logic, especially with your very good performance in delivering your speech. Two things or recommendations that I could give to make your speech better. The first was that you could bring some characters more alive by using some vocal variation, especially when you talk about your sister. I think it would be nice if you could imitate her voice, and then when you're talking about your mom, you could also try to speak as if you were your mom. And the second thing, I would like you to challenge you at some part to speak a bit slowly, and then you can also use pause when you ask questions. Yeah, so you could, by doing that, you could give the audience some time to think and then to absorb what you're trying to say. Overall, I really loved seeing you deliver your speech, and then you taught not only me, I believe, but also each of us. And the three things that I liked were your facial expressions, body movement, and then also the story or the structure of your speech. And the two recommendations that I hope you could apply in your future speeches are the pauses, and then also to try to bring some characters by using some vocal variations. That's all, and I wish you best of luck and congratulations for completing this project. Back to our wonderful GE, Alicia Curtis.
Thank you, Andre. It's great again to see you. Wonderful to see. Let's give him a huge round of applause. All right. So we've now imported the next evaluator. So we imported Andre. Now we've imported the next evaluator, who is, of course, Karen Marie Lucas, past international director and distinguished Toastmaster from Pasadena, somewhere in the USA. No, not Pasadena, from San Marino. Please welcome Karen Lucas.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and thank you especially to Natali. Thank you very much for your speech. I can't thank you enough because this is near and dear to our hearts in our household. The fact that we are growing older and stiffer. I love that you opened your speech today with humor. It's hard to have humor when you can't touch your toes. And when you mentioned the delivery room versus yoga, when it came to pushing, I started laughing immediately, and it was very disarming. A good hook got me listening. And I thought about it as you progressed on about how you met the purpose of your speech today, introducing your vocal variety and your body language with a topic like this made perfect sense. I can see you and hear you so well. You speak clearly and articulate incredibly well. Your body language was very purposeful, and you used the depth of your Zoom box as a Zoom in human. And even when you went to go down to touch your feet, which I totally thought you did, but you authentically said, nope, still can't do it after 2 years. It was really kind of nice to understand where you were coming from in your journey for yoga. The fact that you had to be sort of nomintold into it by a friend from church that also taught it was an interesting thing to me. And what was interesting was the way that you had the conversation built in a way where you were talking and then you would take on the voice of the other person. We felt like we were in the conversation. I shouldn't speak for the whole room. I felt like I was in the conversation listening to you. It was very fresh. It felt present tense. It wasn't soggy. It was perfect to be able to hear you as a player in the conversation and not somebody who acted as a reporter. He said, she said, he said, she said. That gets very dry, especially if you don't have vocal variety. One of the other cool things that you did was the use of threes. So you would say twisting and bending and balancing, and your body's screaming. So you gave us three things that were alike, and then you switched it out on us, and that kept us on our toes, especially in hearing the journey that you were taking us on. One of the things that I think that you might consider is purposeful pausing to enunciate the points that really land importantly, like perceptively. Not a pregnant pause, a purposeful one. One that's not too long, but just long enough to accentuate what you want to say. Also, a slightly stronger call to action would be great, because I liked how you extrapolated the stretching in yoga to stretching yourself for anything you can do. We all need to hear that. Thank you so much for your message. Greatly appreciate it. Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Karen. All right. Andre, you're the man of many talents tonight. Now you're going to be the table topics evaluator.
Thank you again, GE Alicia Curtis. It's really an honor for me to be the table topics evaluator at Bhinneka tonight. It's such a great opportunity for me to learn, practice, and hone my listening skills as some of the members and guests of tonight's meeting participate in the table topic sessions earlier and answer the questions given by our wonderful table topics master Pivot. Now, please allow me to give my humble evaluation to each speaker, which hopefully can be good supplement for them to improve their impromptu speeches. I'll start from the first speaker, Arika. Arika, I really like your how you connected the your speech with the theme of the meeting by talking about cabbage. One suggestion for you is that you could use the time effectively. I noticed that you were asked by PP to continue speaking as you still had time. So my suggestion for you is that you could use the prep strategy by giving a point, and then also after stating the point, you can give the reason why you state the point, and then also give some examples or some experience, and then link back to the point, so then you could use the time effectively. And this strategy can also be used by other speakers. Now let's move on to the second speaker in the table topics session. That was Yenny. Yenny, I loved listening to your experience about buying corn, cooking corn, and then also wasting it. And it's good that you share your personal experience, but what you could do is that you could share what a good lesson you learn from wasting food that we as audience could learn from you. And now let's move on to the third speaker, DNTP, who talk about forgetting food in the fridge. And what I loved, DNTP, was your confidence, and you answer the questions right away. And then you also gave us a great lesson you learned. And then what I remember is that we could only buy food that we need, and that was good. So I liked it. And you could also use the time effectively by giving more personal experience, and then also share some other maybe kind of interesting or things that also can inspire us a little bit. Yeah. And now from DNTV, I would move to Rendra as the third speaker. Yeah. So Rendra used the prep strategy was really nice. And then he started by thanking the TTR to take some time, and then he jumped with the sushi story, and then he put his personal experience of being hospitalized. And I think what could make your speech even great is that you could stay focused on the questions, and then you could kind of give the answer that like it's not only because the question was about ordering food. Yeah, so I think if you could talk about some experience of ordering food that is too much and then wasted, that would have been better. And then moving to the next speaker, the fourth speaker, Sani, about overeating. And I like your speech because you gave some, like, it's scary, but also at the same time funny, that we learned that sometimes it's dangerous, yeah, to not be careful about what we eat. And then you said that it could be a boomerang. My suggestion, if you could only focus with one story and then talk more about the message that you'd like to give to the audience, it would make your speech even better. And next to the fifth speaker, Karen, about the effective and effective use of fridge. Yeah, I love your speech with the story of your childhood growing in a farm with your family, that seemed to take us to your hometown, and then you share with us of how you lived your life in a healthy lifestyle, I would say, not only you but also your family. And then you also share about your son's story of wasting food, and then you didn't eat canned food or fast food, and that was wonderful. I think I didn't have any recommendations. I noticed that you're a seasoned Toastmasters and you're very good at delivering these table topics. That was wonderful, Karen. And then last but not least, let me give my evaluation to Alicia Curtis, our GE this evening, who hates coffee, maybe like Natalie. And yeah, I like the way you answer the questions and then share your honest opinion that coffee was dirty and it tastes like dishwater, yuck and disgusting. And yeah, I feel like it can offend some coffee lovers tonight, but don't worry, I'm not a coffee lover. I don't drink coffee as well, so I agree with you, Alicia Curtis. And my suggestions for you is just because the question is just about coffee, so you could only focus on drink, no need to talk about food. But again, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So we'd better find more healthier drinks. Thank you. That's all my evaluation. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and you could learn something. I apologize for not giving something that you expected. Thank you very much. Back to our wonderful GE, Alicia Curtis.
Unmute.
Okay, can you hear me? For you, Andre, for the people who love acronyms, definitely a star, sir. I know some of you are going, oh no, please don't. And I won't. Don't worry, Natalie. I won't do that star acronym, and Mazza won't do the star acronym. We're going to go into the functionary role takers. First, I'll start with sending the timer. Madam Timer, if you can just advise of the timings into the chat box. Let's have a look. All right. All our evaluators within time for the speech evaluations. I think Andre was over time for the table topics evaluations, so don't worry about that. We know that's happening. Now we're going to go into my favorite role, the R counter. Mazza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's my life. It is now my turn, right? Okay. So let me share everyone's the results of I've done while you are delivering your whatever speech that you've made in this meeting. Well, of course, I've counted some, and you can see by yourself. I have to know that so far in lexical parts, our beloved Toastmaster Andre Moore has made about 9 lexicals, and for the non-lexical, he has made 24. So all those combined 33. based on my personal evaluation on why you do make such kind of a lot, because while doing the table topic evaluations, it's in the spots that you have made some of those, especially for the So that's why during all those events that you have made, evaluation first and then the table topic evaluations, the seems to rise even more. And for our guest, Arika, even though you are the first maybe time coming here, you've made about only 5 for the lexicals and 18 for the So these evaluations, especially for those of you both, this is not to compare you with the other Toastmasters. It is to compare you with the future you and the past you. So you will see the growth of you are using English, especially while delivering speech. So you know where is the spot that you tend to make a lot. Apparently, it seems to me that every is always the key in every meeting. So it's counted about 60 times for all the individual speakers in our meeting today. While number 2 seems to me it is for the soul. It is for the lexical part. It is counted 21. So that's why in lexical, so mostly used by our members in our club in a meeting, and the is always tragedy, kind of quote unquote, in every Toastmasters meeting. So that's why it is called a counter. I give the counter back to our honorable and lovely GEG. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. I never thought I would find the heir apparent of the counter role, but someone wants to copy me, and I love it. Thank you. Maza, you are the man. Marendra, I love it. Thank you. I finally found it, and they're in Indonesia. They're in some random club in Indonesia. That's the best part about it. That is the most awesome part of it. And it's even better than the Excel spreadsheet. Marendra Curtis. Hail Marendra. Hail Marendra. Okay, our grammarian tonight is none other than, let me just pull Seni's the thing. Rena, are you there, Rena? Are we able to hear from you?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
here. I'm here. All right. Once again, I would like to ask for your favor, all the audience, to switch off your camera.
Absolutely.
So that I can switch on mine.
Thank
Thank you. There you go. All right. Here my evaluation on the grammatical. I heard one of the speakers saying, speaking as the oldest sibling. Here I would like to share the difference between oldest and eldest. Both actually are superlative forms of old. The regular form is oldest. And where we specifically refer to seniority in terms of age, we would rather say eldest and not oldest. Oldest can be referred to any objects or person that are unrelated to each other. So the correct one is speaking as the eldest sibling. Also, I heard someone said, not everyone is consuming the food of cabbage. Here I suggest to, not everyone loves consuming cabbage, or not everyone loves cabbage. The next one is, don't like to eating it. Better to use don't like to eat it or don't like eating it. Then I also heard, I'm a kind of person like that. I heard that twice. So I would suggest I'm one of that kind of a person. And then here's another one, to reduce waste food. This is actually depends on which part of that you want to emphasize, the food or the waste. But I guess you would like to say to reduce wasted food or to reduce food waste. Last one is to choose healthier drink. In regards of the words of the most of the speakers, not most, some of the speakers, they love talking about cabbage, but only a few mentioned Natalie, Karen, and Andrew. Marion.
All right. Thank you very much, Rena. I think there's a difficulty with the connection. We can all turn our screens back on. Can we all see screens back on, folks? Because I do lack an audience, because it is very scary without the audience and staring into a blank, because I'm a people person, as we all know. And can we have Diane with the ballot counter roll?
Okay, wait a minute. And now I'm going to launch the poll. Please everyone to vote the best speaker, prepare speech, table topic, and evaluator. Okay. Okay, I already share.
Oh, people. Are you the co-host? If you're the co-host, can send the entity your preference.
How did we go, Diane?
Yeah.
3 more per people.
Yes.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's time to end poll. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
End the poll.
And I assume we'll find the winners at the end of the meeting after I've done my GE report. Yeah, Natalie? Okay, cool. All right. All right. I don't think there's anything else. Timer, Madam Timer, how do we go for the other remaining roles, if you don't mind me asking? Seni?
All good, Alicia. You can continue.
Okay, cool. I can share the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back to my old ways of delivering my evaluation, which Natalie, can you unmute yourself and give them what the acronym is for this?
It's ACT, Alicia Curtis template.
Thank you, Natalie. Yes, this is the Alicia Curtis template. Thank you so much, everyone, for allowing me to come back to Bhinneka. It's been about a month, and I hadn't been here for about 6 or 7 months before I came back to the meeting about a month ago. So it's always nice to come back to this meeting. It's nice to see Mr. Batman, Robin. It's nice to see Natalie. So a lot of people asking, how do I know a lot of these people? So I actually met Pipit in Bali back in 2015, and I also met Natalie, and I know how to say her last name, Chahyadi. There we go. Did I say it right? I said it right. Finally, it took me 7 years to get there, though, to say your name right. I met them in Indonesia and Bali back when the volcano erupted at the conference, and then I ended up being in Bali for 2 weeks, and it was the funniest 2 weeks of my life getting out of that place, trying to get out. And I really enjoyed my time in Bali, and Natalie and I lost contact for about 4 or 5 years. Then we saw each other at Lenki Advanced, and then we're like, oh my gosh, we caught up, and we've remained good friends ever since. So Natalie's actually one of my closest friends in Toastmasters anywhere in the world. Yay. And we speak Aussie as well, which is great, as some of you, the rest of you do. So anyway, Natalie asked me to come back, as did Pip, to do the general evaluation report. I've gone back to my old style to get comfortable with it again, because I think this is actually the best way to deliver an evaluation from my point. I'm sick of doing the PowerPoints, and it also gives you a bit of an idea of where you're at. As I said, it's always based on the moments of truth, the 6 pillars of moments of truth. Can everyone see the screen? I just want to get a thumbs up. Yeah, Natalie?
Yes. Visible and audible.
Thank you very much. So it's all about first impressions, membership orientation, fellowship variety and communication, program planning and meeting organization, membership strength, and of course, achievement recognition. And this club does this very well. A lot of people don't realize this club only Bhinneka only chartered back in December of 2020. I remember coming to the second ever Toastmasters meeting here when you chartered, and it was such a wonderful display that Natalie and Pip and I think it was Ben and Robin decided to start this club for all the islands around Indonesia for District 87. And it's been a big success ever since. Like, I mean, we've got 15 people here tonight. We had 17, 18 throughout the course of the meet. Thank you to my favorite people. This is actually my favorite club in all of District 87. Mainly because I know the crowd and I understand the Indonesian lingo, and you guys understand the Aussie lingo as well. And everyone is always welcoming here. I know Karen said, I've been talking to them and we've been talking about you. I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to come in straight away to know what everyone is talking about. And I always love the banter. And one particular highlight, and Karen could not get over it as well, is the video, the absolute cute little video. I don't know who made it. Was it Robin? Was it Batman that made it? Yeah.
Robin.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm the one who made
Robin.
it.
Okay, we might have to have a chat and ask if we can get a copy of it somehow.
But it's copyrighted, sorry.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes, Bhinneka all over.
It's got Bhinneka all over it, but we really love it. It's just it's a testament to the club and the quality of the members here to be able to come up with something so unique without having to go, welcome to Toastmasters, and here is the history of Toastmasters, which I hear on the mainland of Malaysia every single goddamn meeting. So I think it's really nice just to have a video with really cool music and the syncing of it all together. I love the theme of the day. Batman, it was a wonderful theme of the meeting, especially when it's just a weird and odd one until we got it explained to us about the waste of food, the tragedy of soggy cabbage, and the word of the day, soggy. I've never been to a meeting where it was so unique and weird, but I've like from a theme point of view, not the actual meeting itself, but the theme was so weird and unique, but I loved it because it was, I don't know how to describe it. I really don't. I'm just sitting here going, how do I say to someone, I went to a meeting in Indonesia last night and it was all about the soggy cabbage. I don't know how to explain it, but it was awesome. It was one of the best meetings I've been to in quite some time. Everyone is always welcoming here. You're always very interactive with the guests. Most of the people have their screens on. We do appreciate yes, and also Mauritius. I do have to remember they're also off the island of Africa, Mauritius as well. There's 2 of the members are here from Mauritius, and everyone has created an awesome community. This is what can happen when you've got an online Toastmasters club. This is what I see, and this is an example that we need to put out to the world. This is what we can do when we've got, you think you got so little, but you've got so much. There's many thousands of islands in the Indonesian archipelago. And the fact that you can get all members to come in from many islands is an absolute testament to you guys. So a huge round of applause for that. I love the agenda. I'm not going to go through all the agenda, but it was wonderful to see. It's a really pretty agenda. It's actually really quite easy to follow. You've got all the communications, you've got the timing points. I understood and I knew exactly where I was going. And the virtual background. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how do I get a copy of this goddamn virtual background? Because I love virtual backgrounds and need to. Robin, did you create the virtual Batman? Did you create the virtual background as well? Okay.
Yes, I did.
Am I able to get a copy of it, please? Thank you. Thank you. That was not a hard ask. That was an easy ask. I just love it because it really describes how Indonesia is. And it also gives us the points of the social media. So you've got YouTube channel, your Instagram, your Facebook, and also if I just scan the QR code, it's easy to follow. So a huge round of applause to you guys for the PR. This is a fantastic club when it comes to the PR, a perfect example of how to do public relations exceptionally well. Of course, there's always growth opportunities and development points. As I said, I think there's 1 or 2 people here who have hearing disability. So maybe hands like this so that, for the people who have a hearing disability or who are hearing impaired, because when I do this, see how it's actually over my face and it's actually, yeah, like that. So for the people Yeah, like that. So for those who can't hear us, they require to read our lips, and I'm sitting back and I really shouldn't sit back, go forward. They require a lot more, we need to be a bit more conservative so they can read our lips and that we're not distracting over our lips so that they can actually watch us, because sometimes they can't actually hear us. They're 100% required to read our lips. So that's just a bit of a tip. I would consider a break between the speakers as well, a 30-second to a minute break. We only had 2 speakers tonight. What a great opportunity. We had the guest Erika and also another one, Lillian. So this would have been a great opportunity for them to contribute for their learning as well, for their learning and development. And what that could have done is it would have allowed them to provide feedback. And then if they want to go into the next meeting, maybe they might want to consider doing an evaluation like the table topics evaluation. So that would be something I would encourage for the club to consider going forward. I know we had the introduction of the guests, but I would like to see the guests actually speak at the beginning of the meeting. So I think the presiding officer, Pip, are you the presiding officer of the club this year, the president?
The president cannot come in tonight's meeting, Alicia. So Rendra opened the meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Cool.
he said hi before the
Yep.
meeting started.
Oh, okay, not a problem. Cool, thank you, Seni. So that's just a tip as well. And also just making sure all members in speaking roles, this is just a tip for if anything happens to have the screen open at all times where possible. And place the agenda into the box, into the chat box, because some of us don't use WhatsApp, just as a hint. Congratulations, 10 out of 10 club in your first year of when you chartered, dare I say, from 2021. So yeah, 21, 22 last year, so 22, 23. So I think you were president's distinguished in your first full year as an active club, a huge achievement. Congratulations. To Mr. Batman, I really love your professional approach. I have to say, you've got the hottest voice on the planet tonight. You really do. Your voice is so masculine and it is gorgeous to listen to. Don't get embarrassed. I think it is. I think it's like the nicest voice to listen to from a masculinity point of view. It's easy to follow. It's got like this radio tune to it. And you did what we need to hear when we see a Toastmaster. Professional, dressed to impress, easy to watch, and also you're visually clear. It's perfect lighting. So congratulations, Robin, on that great theme of the meeting. It's an interesting theme of the meeting, and he had a bio for every single role player. So congratulations. Just encourage people to use the word soggy and encourage people to applaud. I just want more on the why of this really strange topic, of this strange theme of the meeting. I just thought it was the best theme. It's the weirdest theme, the best theme in the most unique setting. So I think it's a really great theme, just really working it into the Toastmasters meeting. The table topics master, Pip, I love the questions. They were themed around the theme of the meeting, and the questions were easy to understand. And you actually gave us the why we had the theme of the tragedy of the soggy cabbage. I think maybe more explain the purpose of the role of the table topics master and what table topics is, because we did have 2 guests, Lillian and Erika. So that would be my only recommendation, and also the timing lights and who to look for the timing. Overall, congratulations. I like the evaluations from Andre and also Karen tonight. They were very easy to follow. They use what Natalie and I are like, yes, finally, we don't have to hear an acronym. It's a cabbage, lettuce, sorry, I'll just do it. Carbs, lettuce, cars, or cabbage, cheese, cabbage. Cabbage is awesome. Cheese is disgusting. Cabbage is awesome. There you go. That's what I've made up tonight. So anyway, it's praise, improvement, praise, and focusing on that. And I also like that the evaluators all use that sandwich method, or glow, grow, glow, like to say. So all evaluators were pleasant. They looked into the camera and they demonstrated the recommendations. Rena, as our Toastmaster word of the day grammarian, she explained the purpose of her role. She introduced the role of the word of the day for soggy, and she gave us a detailed account. I felt really sorry for Rena because she's really in a difficult situation tonight, in that her internet connection, especially, and I know what the Philippines is like because I've been to Filipino clubs, they can get really difficult with the Wi-Fi. So congratulations on that, Rena, and you delivered really well in the end. To Seni, who is our timer, wonderful. I love the fact that you didn't, as we say in Australia, fart ass around. You just got straight to the point, put all the details into the chat box, and we got straight to the point. So thank you for putting that all in. And we didn't have stop, start, stop, start. We were at a meeting the other night and it was just stop, start, stop, start. It was just ridiculous. So thank you for getting straight to the point and having that all lined up, and we knew exactly who was within time and not. And of course, my man, Mazza. Mazza, it's nice to see someone has decided to adopt my way of doing the R counter role. He gave a wonderful introduction, and his visual, it's even gone to another level of my R counter role, and it's got colors attached to it, greens and whites and yellows and goodness know what. Yes, you're a god too. And I like the way that you've got this personality. You got a bit of charisma to you. You're a very unique individual. So I think it's wonderful the way that you delivered. So it was very visual, and you actually pointed out and gave us where in the sentence, at the beginning, at the end, and also in the middle. So thank you very much for adopting my little style. It's always nice to see. And to our timer, who I've already said, and ballot counter. A lot of people don't realize, but the ballot counter is a big thing in the District 87 clubs, especially in Indonesia. And it is a official role functionary. Diane, you kept us to the point, and thank you for launching the polls. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to be your general evaluator tonight. I always love coming to this club, and I always love being a part of District 87 because that was one of my districts many years ago. Thank you. And back to you, Mr. Batman.
Thank you very much. It's so awesome to have you back with us. Thank you very much, Alicia, for giving us the grace and sharing with us your experience and your point of view. You know, we like to have a different point of view at Bhinneka Online Toastmasters, where we are inviting guests visiting Toastmasters from different clubs as our general evaluator. Why? Because we want to have a different perspective as well, so that we can learn and grow. We will be better and better. We are not, a lot of clubs, they tell us that we are an advanced club. We are not advanced club. We are just a community club, but we function like an advanced club. So thank you very much for sharing your insight with us and everything. That you're always welcome to come anytime. You are also our favorite person. All right. So now it's time. That's the end of today's meeting. But before that, you voted earlier, right? Is that right? Yeah. So now it's time for the award ceremony. And is the certificates ready?
Yes, ready.
It's
Okay.
ready.
Yeah.
Moving on. Let's see who is.
Okay. Let's drum roll for the
Drum rolls, everyone.
Big box, Robin, big box. Your drum roll.
Okay.
And the best table topic.
Let's evaluate.
No, table topics first. Table topics
Okay,
first.
so ready announced. Oh my God, Robin.
I didn't do anything. I'm not the one touching it.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with what? The second then?
Okay, go back.
Go back.
Go back. Let me announce properly, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so rewind everyone, okay? Just make the sound of rewinding. All right. So, and the winner for today, the best table topic is drum rolls. No.
Oh. I pressed much.
Oh
Press one time.
Yeah. Natalie.
No, the table topics first. All right, so best table topics is Karen Lucas. Yay!
Okay, I'll take photo. 1,
All right.
2, 3. And
Can we have a backup, like someone else take picture? Just in case.
Okay, let me do it.
Sani, Sani.
Okay.
All right.
Let me. Okay, give me 3 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Karen. Good, awesome.
Awesome. And next up, the best evaluator of tonight, of today, is none other than, drum rolls. Best ones.
Yay!
Karen again. It's Karen Lucas again.
You bring
Let's act surprised.
home.
Let's act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Pick up, Sadie.
I got it. I got it too. Congratulations, Karen.
Yes, I know the result is already spoiled. Just make as if like it's not. All right, next up, the best speaker of tonight is none other than, well, you already know it. It's Natalie. Wow, we didn't know that.
Ring the bells, man.
Done.
Awesome. I think is there any first timer? No, right? No icebreaker today. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hey, wait. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it.
Is that all for today? Yep, that's
Nice
all
there,
for
Nat.
today. And now I'll leave the floor back to our Vice President of Education because our president is not here. So that's all for my role as the Tom, the Toastmaster of the meeting. And now I hand over to the VP. Signing up.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Well, I have to admit to you, Tom, your voice is so fabulous, mellifluous, and amazing. So I agree with Alicia Curtis. So I offer myself to take photos. Robin and Alicia somewhere in Bali, as I'm a photographer. You get it for free. Okay, so we'll be waiting. Alicia and Robin visit Bali, and Natalie will host you both, and we cheers up together and karaoke thing, something like that. Okay, thank you very much. Now it is my turn as an acting president. I'm a VPE, a learning VPE. So please be humble to see that I am in learning curve myself. I would like to say thank you, especially to those guests, Alicia Curtis, Karen Lucas, Andre Maure, and also Adelia Diandri, as well as Lillian's and Arika. All of you already being secret ingredients. So that's why this meeting is so beautiful, amazing, and memorable. Because of you, we have a meeting starting from the first until the end very wonderfully. And I believe we will have 2 members in our club, which is another good news to all of us. I thank you so much. Okay. And I hope the new members, you will see how this meeting and you will learn a lot. You will have your learning curve. No one will judge you, but helps you. We, the seniors, you may say, will help you openly. You ask me anything in terms of Toastmaster, and every one of us will help you lovely. I think this is the one that I can say. If I might miss someone just a private message me, please, before I forget something special or something important.
Guest comment, Rendra.
Oh, guest comment, yes. Guest comment. I would like to invite our guest, Lillian Leong, first. Madam, do you have a comment to our meeting?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I've got to keep my camera off because my internet is really bad. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Breaking.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Like I said, my internet connection is quite bad, right? So sorry for turning the camera off. Thank you for allowing me to join you guys. Yeah, I've always wondered how Toastmasters meeting would be, and I've never attended one. So I've been privileged to come and have a look at least for the first time. I'm so sorry for coming in late. For some strange reason, I really thought that we were starting at 8 and that I was early, right? But still, I could follow most of the things that were going on. So I really had a good time. And I think it's very productive, I should say, because everybody is giving good making anyone feel very belittled or things like that. Yeah. So thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Lilia Leon. Thank you very much. I hope you will come again in the next 2 weeks because our meeting will be the first and third weeks every month. So you can join as often as you wish. Now I would like to give a chance to our another guest, Arika. Would you mind please giving your humble, lovely opinion, please?
Hello, yeah, I would like to say thank you very much for allowing me to join this meeting. I'm so happy to join this meeting because I love listening other stories, and from the speaker, they give a wonderful story of the years. And then for the table topic, actually, I was a bit nervous, guys. I don't know why. Why is that? Because maybe this is the first time for me to see all of you here, right? And I want to say sorry I'm late to join this meeting because I have just finished my work before handling my guests who come from Europe to see orangutan in the jungle, because here I work as tour guide here in Medan, Sumatra, and then also every guest who come from Europe when they want to visit Bali, Labuan Bajo, Raja Ampat, they also can chat me. So like, I'm so sorry I'm late because I was still on the way before. And then every meeting in Toastmasters, I do love it because I can see wonderful people who love communicate with other people, and this is very important to build a lot of networking, right? And I was part of Toastmasters member at Phoenix Toastmaster Club, and I found this club from Kak Suryani Sitorus. So I cannot join Toastmaster for offline meetings. So actually I want to find new club for like virtual meeting. That's why like I joined as a guest first to see which is the club which is suitable for me. That's why I'm happy to join here. Thank you. Back to you, Marendra.
Thank you very much, Arika. So you are in the right and the very, very right club to join with. Because me myself, I live in a mountains somewhere in the jungle that I cannot find the offline Toastmasters club around me in a radius 100 maybe kilometers. So that's why this is the only one chance to me to still able to speak English. Now I would like to ask our next guest to give a comments. Adelia Diandri Ika Putri, your turn.
Okay, it's actually Dianti though, not Diantri. But
I do apologize, lady.
yeah, of course. This is actually my very first time coming to this club's meeting, and I love how smiley everyone is. And yeah, I just love the vibe. I think that is it that I can say. I think one of something that I think I can say as an input, maybe it would be really nice if we get to vote, the favorite role taker, perhaps, because in other club we got to do that, and yeah, just to appreciate the role takers and the role players as well, other than the evaluators, the speakers. I think that is it. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Thank you, Adelia Dianti Ika Putri. I think it's correct name, right? Okay, thank you very much. And your input to vote kind of the best role takers. I have now also an idea how to vote the best attendees. Okay, kind of something like that. Okay, thank you very much, Adelia Dianti Ika Putri. Now I will ask the comment from our honorable gentleman, Andre Maure, for your comments. Time is
Thank you,
yours.
Marendra. Thank you, everyone. It's really nice to see some familiar faces again and then some new faces. I really love joining Bhinneka's online meeting. I'm glad that I'm free this evening and I could come and just took the role as the evaluator and playing double role, which pretty challenging, but I was relieved that I could finally do it, and I hope to join the meeting again. And thank you so much for your kind, supportive words, and also it's always lovely to meet you. And I hope that you guys could keep up with the great work. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, Andre Maure. As you are a lecturer, and for those who are lectured here in this meeting, please invite all your students to come to our meeting. There are the ingredients for the Bhinneka online merrier and better. Now, I would like to invite two of the most amazing guests, which are native to English speaking, I think for sure. First, the closest islands kind of to our proximity. Alicia Corris, you have the chance. It is your turn.
Thank you very much, Mazza. No, I love coming to this club. I remember when I first started coming to this club over, I think it was about 12 months ago. I think I started coming when the club chartered. I think it was December of 2020. I came in January at the second or the third. I think it was the second meeting. Natalie, was it the second meeting? I think it was the second meeting. And then I've come every couple of months and all that. So yeah, thank you for having me. I'll just hand over to Karen because she's about to go out.
Thank you, Alicia Corris. You help a lot in this club. I thank you for your seat or your PowerPoint, and please send those, and that definitely will help us to take rules to be better online club. Now, for the one that I think she might be an artist in a movie somewhere because she lives around that Hollywoods. You know, I really love watching movies. It could be 4 times in a week. Apparently, I am now waiting for barely the Avatar. Avatar, right? It's supposed to be like online within this month in Indonesia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I saved the best for the last. Carol Lucas, your comment is the most anticipated.
Thank you so much. This was such an awesome club. Oh my gosh. And that video blew my mind. So Robin, if that was you, or I mean, the backgrounds, the video, like this is such a cool club. I love it. And I'm so thrilled that Alicia invited me and told me about you guys and the volcano and the whole backstory. There's an origin story with the members in the club. It was great. So I had a lot of fun tonight, and actually it's tonight for you. Am I correct? Yeah. Okay. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I will share with you, since it is 6 a.m. in the morning, this is my coffee, and I just got this outside. This is outside my office door. Mr. Arabica is my coffee plant. I planted him when he was a seedling, and yes, he has cherries. Now you live in a gorgeous paradise compared to where I'm at, which is Hollywood and city. It's a very different place here. So you are in a place that has tasty coffee. This is ornamental. We've tried roasting it, and 535 feet above sea level, not so good. Doesn't taste good at all, even if you love coffee. But it was great and educational to hear from all of you. I'd love to learn more about the language, Andre, and everybody added so much value to this meeting. I am just uplifted. It's a fabulous way to start a day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Carol Lucas, for your information. Now, I think Carol Lucas already wake up about 4:30 a.m. a.m. She woke up 4 a.m. for morning, guys. Just to attend this meeting, please give Hollywood level applause. Karen, rock up, something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, as an acting president now, I'm ex. I wish I can act like that in Hollywood, but apparently it's only in Bhinneka, only Toastmasters is just enough. What shall I do next?
Close the meeting.
I'll close the meeting. Okay, I think I already give all of you, especially dear honorable and lovely guests, chance to give comments. Please never hesitate to give a private message to us, the ESCOs of this club, to grow better, to give improvement to our club. So this club not only make you happy, but happy internally. Okay, I think it's all, and I would like to, where is my gavel? I would like to close our meeting, and this meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you very much for